Today we're going to draw a crown. Okay, this is going to be fun. So we'll start where the bottom of our crown is going to be, and we'll create a nice art line. And then above it, we'll do another line that's the same as the one below it. Great. Now from this top line, we're going to make 4 lines that are going to be the longest part of our crown. If you want a very tall crown, then draw these lines long. If you want a shorter crown, draw them short. Either way, it's going to work. So come here on the edge of the top line that we just drew and draw a diagonal line that goes up and out. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Another diagonal that goes up and out away from the edge of our crown. Then we want to split this up as evenly as possible. So I'm just going to imagine another line going here and here. From each of those points that I made to try to break this up as evenly as possible, I'm just going to make another line that goes almost straight up. It's going to be a little bit longer than this side one, but again, it can be as long as you want, depending on how tall you want your crown to be. These two will be about the same size. On the top of each of these 2 taller ones, we're going to make an arrow, but the arrow lines are going to be slightly curved. So we'll do one side and the other. Now working on our side lines, we're going to make those same arrow lines, except it's only going to have one side of the arrow. And come on the other side too. At this point, our crown looks a little bit like someone who's trying to give directions and doesn't quite know where to go. So let's finish the outline of the crown by coming to the left side and coming to the point of your outermost arrow. You're going to make a C curve that brings this point in, makes a U, comes close to that line, and then comes and points out to the other tip of that arrow. That way you have a nice U shape, and each of these arrows comes in, so it comes out and back in. We're going to do the same for this space and this space. So start here, come in from that arrow a little bit, and then make that U, and then go back out to the edge of the other arrow. Each time, this is coming pretty close to this line. And then we'll do the same in our last section of the crown. Just so we keep everything lined up, let's come here to the left line that we made, and we're going to make a diamond. So we'll come out and in and out and in. Make a diamond with the top and the bottom point right on that line that you made. Do the same thing on the other side. Out and in, out and in. The reason we made these guidelines is so that the points of your diamonds and the point of your crown align in that same line. Now that you've done that, you can erase those 2 lines. This will be the only erasing we do the whole time. Great, our crown is coming along great. Let's add a little bit of detail. Let's connect the top of the crown to the part where it would rest on the king's head. So we'll come to the right side and make a slight C curve to connect those lines. Do the same thing on the other side. On the top arc that we made, make a tiny little bump on each side. Then from the bottom of each one, make another parallel line that connects to the other side. This can be as thick or as thin as you like. We're going to do the same thing on the bottom. This time I'm going to make mine a little bit thicker. We'll come and make a slight C curve on each side and then connect the two with an arc. Great job! Let's add some jewels in this headpiece. Here, all you need to do is add circles all the way across. Now to make these circles into jewels, let's give them a little shadow. And all we do is put a C in the bottom left corner of each jewel, just like this. Make a little C. We're going to do essentially the same thing to give our diamond shadows. We're going to make a line on the inside of the left side, like this. We also want to add a little bit of a highlight to each of these jewels. So we'll come, and on the diamonds, let's make a rectangle. Right in the upper right-hand side, we'll make a rectangle on each of these diamonds. Now, if you want to add a highlight also to these little gems, only do that if they're big enough. If you have a sharp pencil and these are fairly large. If they're tiny, don't worry about it because it won't matter. But if they're large enough, put a tiny circle in the top right-hand corner of each gem. If you like to, you can also add a gem up here. You can do a circle, an oval, a diamond, whatever you think fits in the upper points of the crown. I'm going to do ovals. Now on the side, because a gem would stick out of the crown, I'll do this oval and then I'll make it bump out a little bit to give it some perspective because it is sideways. Don't worry about the line going through it because we're just going to color over it anyway. Let's give a little bit of shadow by making that C on the inside of each one. If you did diamonds, you're going to want to do the angled line like we did down here. Always on the left side. And then if you want to, you can add the highlight. Now there's just a couple of steps to make this look really good. Let's add a line all the way on the inside of the points of these crowns. We'll come and just basically trace the edge on the inside just a little. And if there's any spaces where you don't have room to add a line, then don't worry about it. Like here, I'm just going to stop and continue on down below when I have space. Now a crown isn't just in the front. We have to remember that there are also the spikes in the back. So all you'll do is in the middle of these U's, we'll start on this one, make the top of an arrow, but make them the curved arrow like we did before. So do that in each one. Just right in the middle of that U, make those the top of those arrows. Then on each one, make those C and backwards C curves down to the crown. Last but not least, we'll just add a couple of lines to give this crown more of a real 3D look. We'll add just some extra little lines going up toward the edges of each of these crowns to give it a beveled look, to make someone who sees it know that it does wrap around and it's not just flat. Our crown is finished. Now meet me in the bonus tips section so I can give you just a couple tips on how to color this in. Okay, so as you can see, I've got my markers and my pencils here. That's because this drawing is perfect for you to use whatever materials you like. Whatever you choose to do, you are going to need a few different shades of whatever color you choose. So I have a lot of yellows out because I want my crown to be gold, and I also got reds out because my gems are going to be red. Now again, you can choose any color you like, but those are the colors I'm going to use today. I only have a couple of tips to get you started on doing the shading on the gems, so check it out. I'll color with the markers today. So to do the gems, you're going to need at least 2 shades of one color. Here I have a light red and a dark red. We'll start with the dark red. And remember those little C's we put on the bottom of each of your gems? Just color in that bottom shadowed part with the dark. Then go back with your light color, whatever color you chose, and color in the rest, except for if you had space to put that little highlight circle, don't color that in. You can leave that white. You can do the same with the diamonds and the ovals. Whatever color you choose, color in that bottom left-hand side with the darker shade and use your lighter shade to color the rest. Now, just one more quick tip before you finish the rest, and that is whatever color you're doing the crown, you want to do your darkest shade of it on these back sides. You want it to be dark, but not necessarily black. So I'm going to use today like a gold brown. That would be my darkest shade of yellow. If you were doing a blue crown, this might be a navy blue. If you were doing a pink crown, this you might want to do in a dark red. Something that's in the same color scheme, but not quite black. If you are using a couple of different shades for the crown, like I have here, just use the darker one to trace that outline. Color in the outline of that crown with the darker. And you can even trace these lines that you've made on the sides. The rest, color in with your lighter color. Okay, I'm gonna fast forward and I'll meet you at the end. There you have it. I've outlined almost the whole thing with my darkest yellow and added all the shading that we talked about. Sometimes working with lots of shades of colors is a little difficult, but it's also very rewarding. So keep practicing. I know you did great today, and I'll see you next time in the drawing class.